I would like to put a small disclaimer in here before we get started. This is not in no way, shape, or form a informational video. I do not know what I'm doing, and this video will not instruct you through your Xterra engine swap. It is literally like a diary entry, kind of recording my experience. If you want to tag along, you are welcome. If you don't, you've clicked off this video already and you're not hearing any of this. And that's okay. Alright, let's get to it.
Hello guys, this is Steph from Blue Slim Customs. Today we are going to be starting the process, getting this Xterra behind me, a new engine. Engine swapping this Xterra with a couple, one other one that's going to be our donor, and it's a whole thing. So we got 3 Xterras on the lot right now. The original one that's been giving us 80 years of problems, and then we got 2 more right here. If I can zoom in, I don't want to go all the way over there. One with the hood up right there is our donor. That one needs a fuel pump, we think, and a new exhaust, because the exhaust is all crazy. This is still zoomed in. Is it really close to my face right now? I'm sorry. Let me try to do this. Back it up, back it up, back it up. There I go. So yeah, our yellow Xterra needs a new engine. The owner overheated it a couple times and she's pretty cooked. I tried to refill the radiator just to see if it would start with us for us when it got towed here, and it literally just was spewing out of the exhaust. Like, I've never seen anything like it ever in my life, and neither has my dad. But came to the conclusion she needs a new engine, and that's just that. So we're gonna start the process of taking everything off of here, starting with the battery, intake manifold system, everything like that, and see how far I get before needing my dad's help. Here we go. I'm debating whether I should set it up like this or try to get it angled so that you can see inside the engine bay. I'm gonna see if I can, but if not, we'll be back in this position and I'll just be doing my thing over there. Okay, so I don't think this looks too bad. It kind of gives you somewhat of a view inside. Try to get it stripped down and you can kind of see the process. Just to show you how I have this rigged up, because you're on my tire machine right now, or our tire machine right now, and it looks a little sketchy. I hope the camera doesn't fall, but it's a heavy duty camera. It's not, but it can take a fall. I've dropped it a couple times, I think. This is my camera setup. It's gonna be with our extra tool, or our what is it called? Like a screw parts box, right? And then extra tools that I need to just grab and go. Alright, so I was starting to get the battery out before I decided to set up the camera. So that's what I'll continue to do right now. And I'm gonna try to get some music going, because being out here in silence may drive me crazy. I'm gonna try to check back on the camera every couple minutes, because when I tried to record another video for the BMW that we're working on, we're turning into a motorcycle that we're turning into a cafe racer. It cut out and stopped recording halfway through. It's not a good thing to discover. Like, dang, didn't see all that stuff. It's fine. Oh. I went to go grab one of these and there's one right here. Let's wipe that off before we put it in the back. So the plan is, if you can still hear me while I'm walking to the back. Okay, so I decided to just wait to talk till I got back, so that's why you couldn't hear me. The plan is to start taking everything off and just putting it in the trunk. So if I'm walking back there with the parts, that's why we're just putting everything in the trunk so that we don't get anything mixed up and we know which parts are bad, which parts are going back in the car, which parts need to get swapped out from the donor. Yeah. Look at me, I sound like I know what I'm doing. You will see quickly that I do not indeed know what I'm doing. But I'm learning, and that's all that we can do, is learn and figure out how to do everything. You know? But next, I'm gonna try to get the intake boxes out. Oh, that's don't do that. Don't worry about it. Nothing happened. I think this is actually what I need. Okay, yeah. So the intake, what are these called? I want to say secure bracket, but that's not what they're called. These things. Dang. They're not ovaries. What is the word that I'm looking for? Let's go a little bigger. Dang. My mind is like blanking. I don't know what to call them. Basically, the little brackets that you put on there to keep the hoses on. Hose clamps. That sounds about right. Yeah, hose clamps. The hose clamps are held on by a 5/16 bolt. If you're wondering. If you needed to know that information, then now you have it, you know? So now I'm trying to figure out which socket is going to fit on our bolt here, securing the air box to this little frame. And, oh wait, I grabbed the wrong one. I think it might be a 10mm. Yeah. One day I'll be like my dad and just be able to, probably need an extension for that, be able to look at the bolt and be like, I need a 12mm socket, Steph. But I'll be saying it to myself. Yeah, saying Steph, if that makes sense. So crappy. There we go. Intake box step. Remember, I get so confused with all the bolts. When I took the BMW apart, we have a whole box of bolts now that I do not know where it goes. And it's not very good. But thankfully, I have my dad who will be able to figure it out. Or help me figure it out. What's holding this thing in? What's holding this thing in? should I be taking this out in parts, or should I just try to take it all out at once? But I feel like in parts will be easier to keep track of. But we'll find out if I did it wrong when he comes out here. Where else holding this thing in? It feels like there's just like a socket or something. If there's a screw holding this thing in, that is dumb. It's your golden hour. Oh, you slow down time. I'm not sure. And another 10. Pull this cover in. Yeah. 10 millimeter gets your engine cover off. There's 2 bolts, and then I think the top cover comes off. And then there's 2 bolts holding on this part of the intake, which are probably 10 millimeters too. Engine cover. Crazy thing is, we had just figured out why, or got the car inspected. It was like a whole thing trying to figure out how to reset all the monitors or get them all to check in. He drove the car for like 2 weeks and it still said that some were unready. So we finally get through that speed bump and think, okay, we're good until his next service. Should be all great. Then my dad gets a call from him because the owner's our neighbor. Get a call from him saying that the car shut off on him a couple times on the highway, and he just kept going, which not a good idea if your car overheats on you. But it happened. My sister pulling in, if you could see. Might stop the recording because she's a talker. I don't know about that. So I don't know what she's here for, but she always comes by when there's something wrong with her car. So, let's see. Or she's just bored. Doesn't have anything else to do after work or school. Which I don't mind. I don't think anybody minds really. I don't know what this hose is for, but I'm gonna disconnect it and hope that it's nothing liquid. Yeah, we're good. Alright, so intake hosing, I guess you would call it, is off now. Probably should have put some gloves on. Gonna get pretty dirty, it looks like. So next, we'll do the intake manifold. There is a bolt in here. Okay, let me get that off first. I wonder if Gabe left any gloves so I can try to save my hands a little bit here. I don't know how long this is going to take me, so I'll be back. Okay, so I hope I don't ruin my setup up there, but if you are wondering how to get your air box out on an Xterra, there is a bolt underneath the filter, and that's why I was having such an issue getting it out. Now it should come out, but yep, it's a 10mm bolt that's in there, and come right out, and the box should come with it. Let's try to get you all set back up again. So I don't think this will come out all the way though. So that screw, well, probably will come out, but we'll just keep it in here to make sure. That just got all over me, but just make sure it stays in there. To the trunk it goes. Oh, I should put this in there. I just serviced this thing, did an oil change, replaced the, there's like a housing on the oil filter, or for the oil filter. We replaced that because it was leaking like crazy. This car has other leaks as well, so probably for the best, get the engine replaced. Well, it's definitely for the best because he blew it up, but it's probably coming soon. A bunch of maintenance things that need to be done. I'm going to try to get a step ladder so I can get in here a little more comfortably. And then we'll try to get this intake manifold off. Put all I need in here. Half of me's thinking, should we take the hood off as well, just so we have nothing in our way when we lift the engine out? But when my dad comes out to check on me, I think I'm gonna ask him, because when we were working on this thing, we had to replace the cam sensors on here too. And it was a pain trying to get into the back of the engine bay with the hood. My dad was very aggravated by it, so I'm thinking that might benefit us as well, taking the hood off. It doesn't look like it would be too hard, it's just, yeah, getting a couple bolts out, I think. But we'll see if that's a smart idea. We'll ask him. In that last clip, we ran out of storage, so I had to get all the files transferred to my laptop so that I can put some more on here. But to kind of recap what we were doing, I got this hose detached, and this one as well, and then we're gonna get these screws out. There's a couple of them, but I think first I gotta figure out how to get this and this disconnected so that that's not in the way. Yep, we'll see. Stepmom and little brother just got here, so we might have to take a break. Either way, well, it almost lunchtime also, so break is gonna be happening soon, but that's okay. We got all the time in the world. Well, until 3, then I gotta go get Gabe. And we'll probably be back here. Hey girl.
Hey, Steph. I was like, who's she smiling and talking to?
Oh, the camera. Want to say hi? It's a YouTube channel.
He said awkwardly waves. Oh, that's cute, Steph.
Alrighty. Back from lunch. So we got I want to say it's I don't know what it is, honestly. But I got it detached, at least a little bit. That might be easier to keep track of them. Don't want to play the guessing game with too many things, I wouldn't think. No. We can keep them on the engine. We'll keep them on the engine. That is not just what we needed. We're gonna figure that out. I'm gonna try to keep these all. Well, they're gonna get all mixed up, but in mind, the intake manifolds had this either 10mm bolt, and then this like nut. Is that what it's called? Also 10mm. Yeah, 2 of them each. Critical speaking. Should. Just like that. Oh my god. There's two more. There's 5 of these. I gotta figure out how to get this off without breaking it. this hose off. It's stuck in there. And it's all brittle, so every time I try to put the pick in it, it breaks. So now I gotta figure out how to do that. And the camera battery is dying, so let me go grab one of those too. Years later. What the heck? So much for keeping my fingers clean. So it started raining. Now we're gonna try to get the radiator out and not drop any more tools. I already got the fan disconnected. And then we gotta get like this covering off. And then we can get the fan housing off. Then we should be able to get that out. Expose what we need to do for the radiator, get that all the way out. And hopefully don't run into any problems like that intake manifold. I think that was just human error, well, Stephanie error, because that shouldn't have been that hard. But I digress. These little guys came out of the radiator support. Fan housing. That's what I'll call it.
I go to the bathroom and I'll come up.
Okay. Alright. Now it's time to clean up and we're gonna go home. But our progress for today, hold please while I bring this down a little bit. Yeah. Sorry, turbulence. Oh no. Okay. Alright. So, we've gotten the intake out, the intake manifold off, battery's gone, and we got the radiator fan assembly out. And that is our little beehive right there. That's gonna be a terrible angle for the video, but it's okay. Tomorrow we're getting the radiator out, taking off this whole front end, and doing whatever else we have to do to get this engine out, I guess. I'm learning. I'm going along with this as like you are, so we'll see what he tells us to do next.